I never thought a porch light could start a war. But when your neighbor of 12 years replaces his motion sensor bulb with a 2,000 lumen stadium flood that blasts straight into your bedroom window every time his cat walks by at 2 a.m., you learn that light can be a weapon and darkness can be revenge. My name is Rachel Donovan. I've lived at 18 Maple Court in suburban Fairview, Massachusetts since 2013. It's a quiet loop of two-story capes and colonials, mature oaks, basketball hoops, and the same four families who've rotated hosting the block party for a decade. No drama. No drama until Greg Harlan decided he needed better security. Greg bought 20 Maple Court in 2014. Divorced, no kids, worked nights at a distribution center, slept days. Polite enough at first, waved, mowed his lawn, left recycling bins out too long, but nothing worth complaining about. Then his cat, a fat tabby named Diesel, started triggering the new floodlight at all hours. The light didn't just illuminate his driveway, it poured through my bedroom blinds like a searchlight, waking me every single time. At first, I tried diplomacy. I knocked on a Saturday morning with coffee and a smile. "Hey, Greg, the new light is really bright. It's coming right into my room when Diesel walks past. Any chance you could angle it down or get a lower lumen bulb?" He leaned on the doorframe in sweatpants, scratching his stomach. "It's for security, Rachel. I've had packages stolen twice. Can't turn it down." I nodded, still smiling. "I get it. Maybe a shield or a hood, just so it doesn't blind the whole cul-de-sac." He laughed short, sharp. "It's my property, my light. You can buy blackout curtains." I walked back across the grass, feeling the heat in my cheeks. That night, the light came on at 1:42 a.m. Diesel. Again at 3:17. Again at 4:55. I lay there staring at the ceiling while my husband Paul snored beside me. By 5:30, I was crying silently into my pillow. Blackout curtains didn't help. The light was so intense it leaked around the edges and reflected off the ceiling. I tried an eye mask, felt claustrophobic. Paul suggested earplugs for the cat's meows, but it was the light that triggered my adrenaline. I started sleeping on the couch, then in the guest room, then not sleeping at all. I posted in the neighborhood Facebook group. Anyone else getting blasted by the light at 20 Maple Court? It's on constantly and shining right into bedrooms. Ideas? 3 likes, 1 comment from Karen at 22. "I've noticed it too. Very bright." Greg replied within minutes. "It's a security light. If it bothers you, don't look at it. Problem solved." I deleted the post before it could escalate. I tried the town's noise light ordinance. The inspector came, measured, shrugged. "It's under the lumen limit for residential. Motion activated is allowed. Sorry." Greg started leaving the light on manually during the day to test the sensor. Diesel triggered it at night. I began timing the activations. Average, 7 per night. Longest stretch without, 17 minutes. I lost 14 pounds in 2 months. My work, graphic design, freelance, suffered. Clients noticed missed deadlines. Paul and I fought over stupid things, dishes, laundry, why I was obsessed with the light. I wasn't obsessed. I was being erased, 1 lumen at a time. One night at 3:08 a.m., the light snapped on again. I got up, walked to the window, and stared across the lawn at Greg's house. His bedroom light was off. He was sleeping fine. That was the moment I stopped asking nicely. I started researching, not lawyers, too slow, not the town, already tried. I went darker. Light trespass laws in Massachusetts, civil harassment, nuisance claims. Then I found something better, light pollution countermeasures, optical countermeasures. High-powered green laser pointers can temporarily dazzle security cameras and motion sensors. But Greg's light wasn't camera-based, it was PIR, passive infrared, heat-based. I needed to spoof the sensor. I learned about IR floodlights emit infrared light invisible to humans but blinding to PIR sensors. A strong enough IR source can make the sensor think the entire zone is hot, keeping the visible light off. I bought 2 850 nanometer IR illuminators, the kind used for night vision security cams, weatherproof, 100-foot range, mounted them discreetly on my porch railing, aimed at Greg's motion sensor, wired them to a smart plug on a random timer, 1 to 5 a.m., bursts of 30 to 90 seconds. First night, Diesel walked by at 2:14 a.m. Sensor didn't trigger, light stayed off. Second night, same. Third night, Greg came out at 4 a.m. in pajamas, cursing, fiddling with the sensor. He replaced the bulb, thinking it burned out. New bulb, same problem. He posted in the Facebook group, security light not working, anyone else having electrical issues? No replies. He called an electrician, they checked wiring, nothing. Greg started leaving the light on manually again, full brightness, all night. So I escalated. I bought a second set of IR illuminators, higher power, 200 watts total, and added a motion sensor of my own on my side of the fence. Now whenever Diesel or Greg moved in his driveway, the IR blast hit the sensor instantly, light never came on. Greg started parking his pickup in the street to avoid triggering his own driveway. Neighbors complained about the truck blocking mailboxes. HOA sent him a letter. He moved the Harley into the driveway. Same problem. He began walking Diesel on a leash at 2 a.m. to test the sensor. The IR still hid. Light stayed off. Greg's Facebook posts became unhinged. Someone is sabotaging my security light. Police won't do anything. This is harassment. Karen replied, maybe it's the new LED bulbs. Try halogen again. He did. Same issue. I watched from my dark bedroom window as he stood under his floodlight at 3 a.m., waving his arms like a madman trying to trigger it. Nothing. The light stayed off for 17 consecutive nights. Then came the final move. I printed a small sign on weatherproof vinyl, the size of a business card. Your light bothered my sleep for months. Now it bothers you. Sweet dreams. I taped it inside his mailbox lid at 4 a.m. one Sunday. He found it Monday morning. I watched him read it, crumple it, look across at my house. He stared for a long time. I stared back through the blinds. That afternoon, a realtor sign appeared in his front yard, for sale by owner. He listed low, too low, desperate. The house sold in 3 weeks to a young couple with a toddler. They replaced the floodlight with a soft solar lantern the first weekend. Greg moved to a condo in Worcester. No driveway, no cat, no motion sensor. I still bait ticks. Lila started kindergarten last fall. Paul and I laugh about the light war now. Sometimes late at night, I walk out to my porch and look at 20 Maple Court. The new owners leave the little solar lantern on. Warm, gentle, barely enough to see the path. I touch the railing where my IR illuminators used to sit. I remove them the day after closing. Then I whisper to the dark. Some lights burn out fast, but darkness? I smile. Darkness lasts forever.